Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Jack Kornfield. And his message today speaks a little bit about surrendering our illusion of control. So if you're ready for it, let's get right into today's message. Somebody, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Hello. Right, have you ever felt like the harder you try to let go of something, the more it sticks? We hear the term letting go regularly. We understand what is implied, not holding on to old emotions or old attachments. But in practice, our effort to let go is often not helpful, as it seems the harder we try and reject these emotions, the more stubbornly they surface. Charlene, good morning. Hello. Happy Tuesday morning to you. Jack Kornfield has a beautiful quote that speaks to this. He says, "To let go does not mean to get rid of. To let go means to let be. When we are able to let be with compassion, things come and go on their own." When we are able to let be with compassion, things come and go on their own time. Grania, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Linda, good morning. Things flow in and flow out of their own accord quite naturally if we are able to be with this flow in and this flow out. On this topic, one of the hardest things to let go of is our sense of the things that we think we need to control. Danae, good morning. Hello. Happy Tuesday morning. Jack Kornfield says, peace, if you want to have peace, peace requires us to surrender our illusions of control. We can love and care for others, but we cannot possess either our children, our lovers, our family, our friends. We can assist them, we can pray for them, we can wish them well, yet in the end, their happiness and suffering depends on their thoughts, on their actions, not on our wishes. Bridget, good afternoon. How awesome it is to see you live. Hello, thank you for popping in. There are things that need doing, and there are things that need not doing. But when we are in a reactive state, it is impossible for us to see the difference between where to do and where not to do. While we are reactive, we hold on while we should let go, and we interfere when we should let be. There are so many things that will come and go regardless of whether we try and interfere or not, leaving us confused and tired with all our energy spent on nothing more than flailing around in our pond. Isn't it more productive to only spend our energy where it actually makes a difference? To only take action after checking in with the wisdom we all inherently have? Today's meditation is a practical experience of what it could mean to let things be, as we take a step back in order to see what requires doing and what requires not doing. And I love the way that Jack Kornfield speaks about how difficult it actually is to get all of this right all of the time. He admits that constantly having the patience of a Zen master is not easy. We are human after all, and we should do our best to be kind to ourselves, especially when we get caught in these old traps again. The last thought from Jack Kornfield, and I love this, he says, if you can sit quietly after difficult news, if in financial downturns you remain perfectly calm, if you can see your neighbors travel to fantastic places without a twinge of jealousy, if you can happily eat whatever is put on your plate, if you can fall asleep after a day of running around without a drink or a pill, if you can always find contentment just where you are probably a dog. The truth is, none of this comes really easily. And even if we've made progress and we've become better, at accepting things and not trying to control everything, it's very easy to slip back. So the most important thing I want you to know is you are doing your best. Love yourself in the moments when you nail this adulting thing, and especially love yourself in the moments when it feels like all you do is fail, because that is when you need your love the most. If you're ready, let's float away on today's journey together. You can close your eyes, and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. We have all spent time in the presence of a mountain. And I want you to call that experience closer. The experience of being in the presence of a mountain. It is impossible when you're close to a mountain to not feel the immovable presence that this is. Imagine for a moment spending a day on top of this mountain. Perhaps you've got a picnic blanket out there. You're lying on your back, watching the weather pass overhead. If you spend the whole day from morning to evening on top of a mountain, just imagine how much will pass overhead while you look up at the sky. How much will float in and also float out. The mountain has done this exact same thing for millennia. Just imagine how much the mountain has seen come and also go. But even if you just do it for a day, and remind yourself how, looking up at the sky, you'll see so much weather float in and also out. And none of it needed any of your intervention. You didn't have to do anything to make the clouds float in or to make them float out. There are so much around us that is just like that. Things will come and also go, and most of them will not need our interference. You are not in control of any of it. You are only in control of showing up and doing your best. And everything else is for you to let be. Just like this mountain. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. See if you're able to tilt your head towards the left while you tilt your hips towards the right, curving your spine into an S from your head down to your tailbone. And then see if you can switch sides. Tilt your head to the right, your hips to the left. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to do that, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for just a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body, feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. Feel your body soften. Feel how you slip into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, the reminder is our meditation today is called I am the mountain. Can you feel that presence of the mountain in you? Take your next big breath. I want to invite you to be as open and as playful with this experience as you possibly can be. We're going to explore the sights, the beings that live on your mountain. Lean into the visualization as much as you can. Embrace your imagination. And I want to remind you what that does for you. Our busyness, our stress and anxiety causes really high brain waves. In meditation, our brain waves come lower, almost like when we fall asleep. But then if you can really lean into visualization, your brain waves slip even lower. It's possible to be fully awake and have your brain waves slip into theta. And you can compare that to when you fall asleep and dream and your mind sees imagery that might not be completely realistic for the moment. Just like if you're able to visualize your mountain and the animals on your mountain is not realistic for this moment, but they may be the same brain waves. And the beauty of it is, the lower your brain waves go, the more your subconscious pays attention, the more you are giving yourself access to your subconscious. So enjoy the journey. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, zoom out from your mountain. Fly around your mountain. See it from top to bottom. How much vegetation grows on your mountain? How much of it is rocky? Study your mountain. Take your next big breath. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, bring your attention specifically to the plants on your mountain. And in today's journey, we're taking a look at all the younglings. Find a little sprout or a little sapling. See how it is nourished by the environment on your mountain. Take your next big breath. shift your attention to the animals on your mountain, and we're going to continue taking a look at the younglings. Find a very young one, a baby animal, and see how it gets its nourishment. How is it fed? Take your next big breath. And then bring to your attention the birds on your mountain. Find a nest with a baby bird, or a few. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, watch how the parents of this baby bird feeds it. Take your next big breath. Then take a seat and embody your mountain. Be the mountain that sits and holds in its arms all of this life. A mountain sitting and basking in beautiful sunlight. How does your mountain feel about sitting and feeling its surface warmed by the light of the sun? Take your next big breath. And as the clouds roll in and the sun is obscured, and now the mountain sits in shade, and if from these clouds drops start to fall, and now the mountain sits in rain, with rock drops turning into rivulets and streams. How much would the mountain try to control this? Say, no, bring the sunshine back again. I want to sit in the sun, not in the rain. To what extent is the mountain able to be with this? The change in weather. Take your next big breath. And when the sun goes down and the wind picks up and rain turns into a full-blown storm, the face of your mountain is being lashed with wind and water, a howling loudness around every corner. How much would the mountain want to try and control this weather? If the mountain sits and looks around in the middle of a storm, how would the mountain feel about the change in weather? Take your next big breath. And when the new day breaks, like the mountain knew it would, when the first rays of sunshine touches the face of your mountain, and the day is fresh and clear, how does your mountain feel about this change in weather? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, Make it a long, long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every fiber of your being. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. I'll read to you the message from Jack Kornfield one more time. The first message is about letting go and how we often struggle with letting go. He says, to let go does not mean to get rid of. To let go means to let be. When we are able to let things be with compassion, then things come and go on their own. And then he speaks about peace and finding peace. He says peace requires us to surrender our illusions of control. We can love and care for others, but we cannot possess our children. We can't possess our lovers, our family, or our friends. We can assist them, we can pray for them, and we can wish them well, yet in the end their happiness and suffering depends on their thoughts, on their actions, not on our wishes. Instead of trying to let things go, try to let things be. And if you want to have peace, surrender your illusion of control. That is the message from Jack Kornfield. However, I do have to add his other deep piece of wisdom as well. He says if you can do all of these things easily, if it's easy for you to be quiet and peaceful after difficult news, if it's easy for you to remain perfectly calm in a financial downturn, if it's easy for you to see your neighbors travel to fantastic places without a twinge of jealousy, then perhaps you are actually a dog. Because in truth, these things are often not easy. The reminder is, you are doing your best. Be kind to yourself in those moments where it feels like none of this is easy. Love yourself hard, especially then. Because those moments are when you need your love the most. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, thank you. Thank you for having discovered the mountain in me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for those moments where I'm conscious, where I have awareness of the changing weather, and I realize I have a choice. I can be with the change in weather and be okay, or I can become involved in a battle with the changing weather. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for those moments of conscious awareness where I realize that I could spend my energy trying to control things that are out of my control, or I can spend my energy being effective in just doing the best that I can. Take a deep breath in. And a big thank you even more for the moments when I realize I am human. And while sometimes I nail it, other times I struggle. And then I can just be kind to myself. Understanding that I am not, after all, a dog. And that if I allow myself to just feel the weather, sit in the rain for a while, feel it. Even if I'm unhappy feeling it, I can allow myself to be unhappy feeling it. Because the weather is likely to shift, and I'm likely tomorrow to feel better about all of this. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for popping in to our meditation today. Thank you for bringing your mountain into our circle of mountains. Please do remember to be kind to yourself in the moments where it feels like this is hard. But lean into the enjoyment of the moments where you feel like you can really be with all of this. Doesn't matter how much it sucks, you're still okay. Deep appreciation for those moments. Katrin, good morning. It's good to see you pop in. Good to see you live. Johan, hello. Good morning. Thank you for popping in for a while. Kathleen, good morning. Thank you for popping in with us a little while. Thank you, Danae. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Charlene. Leshna, good morning. Good to see you. Vivian, good morning. So good to see you. It was awesome having you live with us on the whole journey. Bridget, thanks to each and every one. And I know I'm leaving out many names in the background. Have a beautiful day. I hope you feel that immovable space in you today. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.